word and flow. Morning mind dump with Trie, let's go. Morning mind dump, real and free. Pour a cup and chat with me. Like, share, subscribe, come join the fun. A brand new day has just begun.
Good morning, my beautiful listeners. Welcome back to Morning Mind Dump with Trie. This is a show where we unpack big feels in a soft glow of questionable lighting and caffeine-induced clarity. I am your host, Trie, your bedhead bestie, and today we're diving into the beautiful mess of communication. And listen, real talk, I have been working on this for quite some time, and it's not easy. Everybody's communication style is different. It's funny that I started recording this and then a memory came up on my social media that I had posted 2 years ago, and it was a graphic. It says, "Some people are committed to misunderstanding you. Let them. Focus on people who make an effort to know and understand the real you." And that was funny that that came up on my memories of social media on this day. And here I am talking about it 2 years later. Coincidence? No. It's a reminder for me, and I'm supposed to talk about it because it's an important topic. So let me just get right into it. The truth is, I don't want to just talk better. I want to connect with somebody better. I want to understand them. I want fewer arguments, less defensiveness, more clarity, and more, hey, I hear you, and let's hug. So here's the setup. You're in a conversation, it starts all chill, then surprise, it gets all spicy. And things start getting awkward, and they've got a point, you've got a point, and suddenly it's less of a conversation and more of a competition of who's right and who's wrong. But let me ask you this. If you win an argument, what are you really winning? Is it a prize, a parade, a trophy made of awkward silence? Here's the thing. It's not about right or wrong, because what's right for me might not be right for you. We've all been taught different things. We all live different lives. And so we all carry different definitions of what makes sense, what feels fair, and what crosses the line. In other words, we're not always arguing about the same reality. So let's just soak in that for a second, because we don't think of our arguments or disagreements in that way. You're not just disagreeing with a person, you're disagreeing with basically their entire worldview, right? Their upbringing, their core beliefs about what it means to be heard or respected or loved. And let's talk about what happens after the argument. Have you ever left a disagreement feeling like, what the hell was that? Like, that was a lot. And I don't think I'll ever bring that up again, because you don't want that kind of response. It's happened to me many times. I had a conversation with somebody and I said something, I don't really remember exactly what I said, but this person left abruptly and I was left standing there like, okay, they didn't get across what they were trying to tell me. I really was trying to listen, but they assumed I wasn't listening, or I don't know what happened. But anyway, I feel like it wasn't resolved. So then I go to the person and I say, I really want to talk to you. And then like, oh, it's all set. I'm good. And okay, that's a boundary. You're good, but are you really good, or are you just avoiding? Right? Because I see that as a potential. And again, like, I can't control other people, but I can control how I react. So yeah, I mean, do I look at this situation and think I could have done something different? Yes. And I'll keep that in the back of my mind. I will definitely take a breath. So yeah, avoidance. It's comfy, it's cozy, it's not communication. Because when we avoid the hard conversations just to keep the peace, we're actually building invisible walls. And And guess what lives behind those walls? Grudges, resentment, quietness, weirdness, tension. I get setting boundaries, which I never used to do before, but I understand setting boundaries is healthy. Ghosting hard conversations just because you're scared to talk about it and be vulnerable, or you don't know how to say what it is that you're feeling. I get that. Hard conversations make me nauseous, but once you just talk it out, hug it out, and then move on. Like, that's how I try to live. I don't always get the same in return. And yeah, I've lost people in my life because we weren't on the same wavelength. We weren't on the same page. Some people are just like, yep, I have an argument. That's it. Done. Throw in the towel. That's it. Like, that's not me. I don't think anybody should be like that. So I'm always open to communication. I know I'm not always right, but I do want to be heard because it's very important to me in this time of my life. You do not need to marinate in awkwardness forever. So when a conversation starts to feel like a showdown, here are things that I learned and hope to adopt in my conversations. Truth one is you can be right and still be wrong in how you show up. It's not just the facts, it's the feel of the conversation. If your tone comes with a side of condescension, the facts won't land. They'll just bounce right out the door. Truth two, curiosity over control always. Instead of needing to prove your point, try to understand theirs. Ask questions like, what makes this feel so important to them? Or what are they really trying to say beneath the words? Or is there a chance we're actually talking about different things entirely? Because spoiler, we most of the time are. We are not. So many conversations, one in particular, or a couple with one particular person, every time we had a disagreement, luckily this person was open to talk about it after. And I came in and said, this was said. I know I said this. This is what I meant by what I said. And then they came back and said, oh, well, I thought you meant this. And I said, no, that was not my intention. That was not what I was trying to say to you. I was trying to say this. I really do try to pay attention to my words before I speak, but I'm human, and sometimes after I say something, I'm just like, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. And then, like, already somebody's like, oh, well, you just said that, And I'm like, well, wait a minute. That's not, I'm going to correct myself right now. And I want to clarify that right now. And so please listen, that was not my intention. But sometimes at that point, it doesn't matter. They already shut the door, right? It's frustrating. So why wouldn't you want to just hermit for 4 months? because that's what I did. Honestly, like, I just could not be around anybody. Oh, this past winter, I really just want to shut everyone out. I needed to focus on myself and try to put myself back together. I wish everybody had the opportunity to do this. I know I'm really lucky and grateful that after all this trauma that I've gone through in my years, that I'm at a point in my life where I can focus on myself finally. And some people don't understand how important that is, and I do get judgment for that, but that's a different podcast. So we're just going to go on to truth number 3, and that is a breath is your secret weapon. Before you try to defend, before you fire back words that you're going to regret, before you spiral, which I have done in the past, and now that I can see that didn't work, now I have to remember to just breathe. And occasionally I do forget, but just one long, deep breath will tell your body that we're okay. We're not being attacked by a bear, okay? And we're just having a hard conversation, and I'm not physically getting hurt. We're gonna figure this out so that works out for both of us, right? Hopefully, that's the intention, is that everybody walks away from the conversation feeling great that they've been heard, not just this is my point and that's it. So for anybody who has had a conversation with me, a hard conversation, know that that's not my intent. My intent is to understand you, and hopefully you do the same. We hug it out, everything's good, next day like it never happened, because it's in the past, right? We live in the moment, and hopefully whatever that conversation was, hopefully it doesn't come back up again, or if it does, like, they'll have a better understanding. I don't know. Anyway, better communication isn't about having the best comeback. It's about making space for yourself and for the other person, because it's a conversation between two people, not just yourself, right? So let's run it back through all the steps, right? 1, being right doesn't always make you kind. 2, we're not always fighting the same truth. 3, breath is your first and best response. And the bonus truth, avoidance. Feels safe, but connections live on the other side of those honesties. And you're not here to win every argument. You are here to understand, grow, maybe, just maybe, love a little bit better. So go out there today, talk like you care, try to understand somebody. No, everyone is just doing their best with what they have been taught. And remember, you don't have to pick a side. Sometimes you just have to stay present. That's my mind dump for the day. If this made you nod even a little, pass it on to a friend who needs a little gentle nudge, or whisper, "You're not a gladiator, you're human." This has been your morning mind dump with Trie. Stay soft, stay curious, and hug it out, talk it out, and then go have some pancakes or something. You earned it. Much love and hugs. Have a great day.
Rise and shine, let's start the day. Sip some thoughts and drift away. No judgment here, just heart and flow. Morning mind dump with Trie, let's go. Morning mind dump, real and free. Pour a cup and chat with me. Like, share, subscribe, come join the fun. A brand new day has just begun. Morning mind dump, real and free. Pour a cup and chat with me. Like, share, subscribe, come join